Hello everyone, welcome to the When at Work podcast show with your host Julian Leahy. Today I'm joined by the amazing Isabella Castañeda and Venchele St. Dick. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome. All right, we're going to play a game of Jeopardy. I'll read the questions out just in case you have any trouble. And Isabella Sanchez can kick things off. The categories are possessive book titles, dangerous animals, legal matters, I played a doctor on TV, classical music, or try tips. Words that have try, T-R-I, in them. What would you like, Isabella?
I will start with try tips for 100.
Try tips for 100, and let's get the music going. Very important. There we go. All right, try tips for 100?
Yes, please.
Okay. To cut into thirds.
What is to tritate?
Let's have a look. Trisect.
Oh,
Pretty close.
that makes sense.
And what we're going to do is, if you get it wrong, you'll have another turn at getting it wrong. And then if you have two wrong answers, we'll go to the next person. Alternatively, if you can't answer and the opponent answers correctly, they'll be in control. So you got one more, unless you get it correct. Isabella, what would you like?
I will try legal matters for 100.
Legal matters for 100. From the Latin latro, robber, it's the non-violent crime of stealing personal property like money. Something to do with the Latin word latro.
The only word that comes to mind is laundering, and I feel like that's not right.
well, we'll see. We'll put that in as the answer. Have you got any idea, Venchele?
You said it comes from latro, stealing personal property. The word is in the tip of my mouth, but I can't remember.
Well, let's have a look. Larceny is the correct answer. All right, over to Venchele. Yeah. The categories are possessive book titles, dangerous animals, legal matters, I played a doctor on TV, classical music, or try tips.
Can we try dangerous animals for 100?
Dangerous animals, please. For 100. This Australian snake, starting with a T, is considered the world's most venomous. This one's a bit unfair. I know this one, but I'm in Australia.
I know. I can't think of any words that starts with a T.
Isabella, have you got any idea?
No. These are so fun.
They're fun and hard.
Yeah, that's why they're fun.
These are all real Jeopardy questions. Taipan is the correct one. You're still in control, Venchele. What would you like? Possessive book titles, dangerous animals, legal matters, played a doctor on TV, classical music, or try tips?
Try tips for 200.
200. He's the comical canine. This is not fair. Triumph. All right, let's do another one. That one required you to click on a picture, which I don't think is going to work. What would you like? 300 instead?
Let's just do 300.
Okay.
Let's see.
Originally, this word for a camera stand was the seat of the priestess of the oracle at Delphi. What on earth is that all about? I've not heard of the oracle at Delphi. Has anybody?
I have not, but as soon as it said originally this word for a camera stand, I don't know if they're talking about a tripod.
Let's take a look. Tripod is correct. Well done,
yes.
Venchele. All right, that was 300.
Okay.
Well done, Venchele. You're in control. What would you like next?
Okay. I am kind of scared about the classical music. I do listen to classical music, but I don't want to get it wrong. What was the first one?
Possessive
book titles.
I think something to do with, I killed the sheriff. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
100.
Yes.
Douglas Adams, The Something's Guide to the Galaxy. This is a famous book, also made into a movie. The Something, it's not I. Forget about what I said. It's The Something's Guide to the Galaxy. You got 12 seconds.
You know what? I'm going to pass. I know Douglas Adams. I just can't remember the book's name.
Isabella, do you have any idea?
I will toss out Beginner's Guide.
Let's take a look. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Okay, so possessive book titles is something apostrophe S. Now, Venchele, did you get 2 questions wrong or just 1?
I think it was just 1. Yes,
one.
thank you.
Okay, what would you like?
I played a doctor on TV for 400.
Dr. Doogie Hauser, and he also played Ethan Burdick, and he was also in How I Met Your Mother. I can think of his face, but I can't remember his name.
The same thing is happening to me right now.
Doogie
How I Met Your Mother. I've seen the movie, but I can't remember his name.
Do you have any idea, Isabella?
I can also see his name. I think
he's got like
he was the one,
a big head.
Yes, he was the one that was from Minnesota in How I Met Your Mother, right?
He was the one that had all the girlfriends, like he was a playboy, you know?
Oh, Patrick.
Oh, that's something like that. What is it?
It's Patrick Harris, something like that.
I'm gonna give it to you, Neil Patrick Harris.
Okay, there we go.
All
Neil
right.
Patrick Harris. Yeah.
Isabella's on the board. What would you like, Isabella?
I will do possessive book titles for 300.
300. Philip Roth, something apostrophe S complaint. Pretty tough. I'm not much of a bookworm. Something S complaint.
I'm completely guessing.
Yep.
I'm going to say sheriff's complaint.
Sheriff's complaint. Do you want to have a guess as well, Venchele?
I think I would have said sheriff as well.
All right. Portnoy is the answer. All right. You're still in control, Isabella. One more chance unless you get it right. What would you like?
I will do legal matters for 200.
Legal matters for 200. Yeah, I would be avoiding this one. Often issued in time of war, this order prohibits ships or goods from leaving a port. Something when they lock down the ports. I have no idea.
Oh my goodness.
The legal one is tough.
It really is.
Time's up.
Embargo?
Oh, I'm gonna give it to you. You just snuck in. Do you think she just snuck in, Venchele?
You know what? Just give it to her.
All right.
And it was the first thing I thought of.
It's like, wait a second, an embargo.
It was the first thing I thought of, and I was like, no, that has something to do with like orders.
300.
Like,
I gave you too many for that. So you have got 300 points, and Venchele is on 300. You're still in control, Isabella.
Wonderful. I will do legal matters for 300.
Oh my goodness. Legal matters for 300. In 2010, Ahmed Gailani became the first person tried in federal court after being held at this location. The location was in Cuba.
Wait, did you just give us the answer?
No, there's a name for it, but I was just giving a clue that it was.
Is it Guantanamo Bay? I was going to say.
It is Guantanamo Bay.
Oh.
Well done.
Yes.
Wonderful. Not wonderful that happened,
Yes,
but wonderful that
happened.
Yes, I was about to say.
That was terrible. Let's forget about that horrible thing. All right, what would you like next, Isabella?
Oh, I'm getting a little bit lucky with legal matters, so we're going to go for legal matters with 400.
Okay, this is the one I'm scared of. This general, not the Attorney General, represents the United States in cases before the Supreme Court. Something general, not the Attorney General, represents the United States in cases before the Supreme Court. So what are the types of legal general? Not the Attorney General, the
District General?
Ooh! Oh, no, I know there's a district attorney.
That's right, yes. Oh.
Who's the one that's kind of in the federal government that maybe that is the Attorney General? I'm not sure. This one's tough. Any idea, Venchele?
You got us?
What was that, sorry?
This general, not the Attorney General.
Right,
I don't know why Chief of Justice keeps coming up.
The Solicitor General. Okay, now you have one more chance, Isabella, to stay in control. What would you like?
I think we have to just close out legal matters for all of our sakes, so we'll do 500.
Legal matters for 500. The 1896 case of Homer Plessy versus this judge set the precedent of separate but equal facilities. So 1896...
Plessy versus Ferguson.
If you get this correct, I will think you're a genius. Well done! I had no idea. And that was for 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, do you have some sort of legal background, Isabella, or have studied this at university?
No, that is a common case. I hope that many people in the U.S. know that case. But
you learn it in history,
we got
maybe.
Legal matters.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of those cases.
I'm glad we got it off the board.
Like Roe versus Wade or whatever, that becomes a bit well known. Okay, what would you like, Isabella?
I'm still going. All right. I'll do classical music for 100.
Classical music for 100. This German composer is known for his Symphony No. 9, which includes the famous Ode to Joy. German composer, one of the most famous.
I know this one.
I'm going to... Oh my goodness. I'm going to say Bach, even though I don't think that's correct, but Venchele knows. So
Venchele, what is your answer?
I believe it's Ludwig van Beethoven.
Let's have a look.
Yes.
Venchele, well done. All right, you're in
Thank you.
control now, Venchele. What would you like? Maybe.
Let's do classical.
Yes, Venchele.
Go ahead.
Venchele's a bit of a classical music buff, I think. Often called the Waltz King,
The
this
Waltz King.
Austrian composer created numerous famous waltzes, including the Blue Danube.
Austrian composer.
I think I can give a clue for this one. I'll
Give me a clue.
Starts with an S. That's his last name.
The blue. I know about the Danube River, but I can't remember his name.
About.
It ends with an S.
Starts with an S.
It starts with an S.
The surname starts with an S. Isabella?
It starts with an S.
Time's up.
Yeah.
Strauss.
We weren't getting this one.
All right. Venchele still in control. What would you like?
Let's just do it for 300. Classical music.
Classical music for 300. Around 600 AD, the first pope named this collected and organized the chants used in church services. What do we call all of the chants used in church services?
I mean, they're Gregory chants, but I don't know if that's correct.
Do you have any idea?
Or hymns. I don't know.
I'll go with him.
Gregory
wait a second, I
is
said,
correct.
There you go.
Well done,
Gregory,
Venchele.
yes, Gregory chants.
Well done indeed. All right, Venchele's catching up.
Okay.
What would you like?
Okay, let's do 400. Classical music.
Classical music for 400. This Russian composer's ballets include Swan Lake, The Nutcracker, and The Sleeping Beauty.
I'm gonna butcher his name. It's something about Tchaikovsky.
Let's take a look. Is correct. Well
Yeah.
done. Venchele is a music
But
buff.
wait a second. How would you say it? Is it
I think it's
Tchaikovsky?
Tchaikovsky. Yeah, it's a hard one.
Tchaikovsky.
All right. You're
Okay.
equal with Isabella now at 1100. What would you like, Venchele?
Oh, I will just take it off the book. The 500.
500 for classical music. This composer of Armenian heritage is best known for the saber dance from his ballet Gayan. This one sounds tough.
I'll have to think about it. I'll pass to.
I don't think Isabella wants this one. Do you have any idea, Isabella?
No.
No idea. Me either. It is Khatchurian. Never heard
I was
of it.
about to say, yeah.
You about to say that?
Never mind. I was about to say Adam, but I didn't remember his
Oh,
last name.
interesting. All right.
Anyway.
Were you still in control? What would you like, Venchele?
Let's just do. Is it book titles? The book titles.
Possessive book titles for 200.
Yes.
Kurt Vonnegut, Something's Cradle.
Would it be Baby's Cradle?
Isabella?
That's like so cliche.
I'll say Devil's Cradle.
All right, I'm going to give you both a clue. Whoever gets it first. It starts with a C. I think. I could be wrong.
Is it Cat's Cradle?
Let's take a look. Cat's Cradle is correct. Venchele is on fire and in the lead. What would you like, Venchele?
I'll do 300.
300. Now that one's gone. You can do 400 for book titles, possessive book titles.
Okay, 400. Yes, 400.
Umberto Eco, Something's Pendulum. Man, you need to really know your books on this one. I have no idea.
That one I don't know. Umberto Eco, Pendulum.
Isabella?
I'll pass.
Philosopher's Pendulum?
Let's take a look, shall we? Foucault. Who is a philosopher, I think. So
Yes, Foucault is a philosopher.
Okay,
Close.
so Isabella, you're up. What would you like?
I would love tri-tips for 500. I want to catch up.
Tri-tips for 500. This was an ancient Roman warship with multiple tiers of oars, and it's something to do with tri.
A no.
I think I know.
Trident. I'm just gonna go with a trident.
Trident and
Ship.
Venchele, what would you like to have a go at?
I think it's trireme.
Trireme is correct. Well done, Venchele.
Michelle's got it.
You're
No,
in-
I think we both got it. It's just those are tough questions.
They are. I'm still gonna take us out with 400.
Well, unfortunately, Venchele's in control now.
Oh,
What would
No,
you
I
like?
only got one wrong.
Yes, but
Oh no, wait. I got
Venchele, you couldn't answer. Venchele got it correct, so Venchele's in control.
Got it.
Unfortunately.
okay, so I'll take us out. I'm sure, we'll come back to you. Wait a second. So 400. Let's do 400 for try.
Okay, 400 for try. Canal Street is the northern border of this Manhattan area, starting with a TRI. Try something. What area around Manhattan is got try in it?
You know what? I'll pass. I'll pass to my mate.
Isabella, are you anywhere near the East Coast?
I am in Philadelphia, so only about 2
no,
hours.
you're in the area.
Yes, and so I'll say Tribeca.
Let's take a look.
It may be it. It may be it.
Tribeca.
Yes.
Isabella steals 400.
We got it.
Wow, we got a close
We're
one
just
here.
tossing back.
Yeah, this is neck and neck. What would you like?
I will do possessive book titles for 500.
Okay, this will be a big score. Kim Edwards, The Something's Daughter, 2005 book.
I'll go a guess. The King's Daughter.
The King's Daughter. Venchele, would you like to have a guess? You never know.
Kim Edwards, the King's Daughter. I mean, it sounds about right. I don't.
How about you go? You go the Queen's Daughter. We'll hedge our bets.
Okay, fine. I'll do the Queen's Daughter.
The Memory Keeper's Daughter.
The Keeper's Daughter.
Okay, now where are we? So Venchele got Tribeca, got one wrong. You're still in control. No, sorry, Isabella, not Venchele.
Isabella, that's what I was about to say.
You're still in control.
All right, I'll go with Dangerous Animals for 300.
Dangerous Animals for 300. The extremely aggressive nature of this large crocodile make Africa's rivers unswimmable. So it's a type of crocodile, and it's the most aggressive crocodile on the face of the earth. The something crocodile.
Niles. The Niles crocodile.
Let's take a look.
It
Now,
rhymes.
that was for 300, and that is correct. One,
Correct.
two,
We got it.
three. My goodness, it is tied neck and neck once more. This is the most intense game of Jeopardy I've ever been involved in. What would you like, Isabella?
I'll scale back one. I'll do Dangerous Animals for 200.
Dangerous Animals for 200. Found in the waters of the Indo-Pacific region, this shell-living creature is renowned for its potent venom.
I'm going to say it's a crab.
Venchele?
He said found in the waters, this shell living.
I don't know if crabs are venomous, though.
I don't know if it's like a snail or
maybe
like I'm
it's
thinking a hermit crab.
Or a scorpion.
I'm going to give you a
Things out.
clue. Okay? What? It has something to do with ice cream.
Seashell?
With ice cream?
And I don't remember seashells being venomous either.
What do you eat an ice cream in?
Oh, a cone.
Cone.
All right. Cone snail.
Cone snail.
I tell you what.
Snail.
I'm going to give 200 to Isabella and 200 to Venchele because Venchele said snail. 1, 2.
Yes.
Neck and neck.
Neck and neck. All right. Well, Isabella's still in control.
Okay.
I'm
I'm going
barely
to
in
go
control.
with 200. I'll go with 200. I played a doctor on TV.
Where are we? I played a doctor for 200. Dr. Derek Shepherd and Aaron Brooks. He played.
Patrick
Okay,
Dempsey.
come on.
Patrick Dempsey.
That was Isabella.
What is it?
Isabella.
Patrick Dempsey.
Okay. Well done. That was 200. Still in control.
Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy's great.
Grey's
I'll
Anatomy. Yes.
I'll do 300 with I played a
300.
doctor.
The new favorite category. I played a doctor for 300. Dr. Doug Ross and Chick Chesbro. Doug Ross, that rings a bell.
I would definitely need a hint for this one.
I think I
Okay.
know.
Venchele.
I think I know. I believe it was George Clooney.
Let's take a look. George Clooney. Well done, Venchele.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. And now Venchele's ahead by 100. Amazing. What category would you like, Venchele?
Let's do 400 for I Played a Doctor on TV.
Okay, 400. I played a doctor on TV. Quincy, Emmy, and Oscar Madison. Quincy, I remember that. Maybe that was from the 80s or something. I don't know. No, I don't remember the 80s. I'm not that old.
You know what? You're going to have to give us a hint, actually.
Okay, Quincy, Emmy. Let me just... Okay, this was a guy. This is an old one, okay? And his initials are J.K.
I believe I'm going to go, if it's, this is like a lucky guess. I'm just going to say Jack, but I don't remember the last name. My father used to watch this. I don't know.
Let's take a look. Jack Klugman, I'm going to give it to you. That was
Okay.
for 400.
Yeah, I did remember the last name.
Okay. What would you like, Venchele?
We'll do the final one, the 500.
I played a doctor for 500.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Welby and Jim Anderson. The Father Who Knows Best. Which actor was that? I guess it's from a sitcom called Father Knows Best. I do somehow remember that.
I'm going to pass to my mate.
Isabella.
Time to steal.
Oh, no.
The opportunity.
This is an old one.
All right.
This is an old one.
It's an old one.
Any hints?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Is something Mark?
If you get this correct, first name, I'll give it to you. Okay, I'm going to give you a clue. First name, I think.
Is it? I'm just gonna say it because I could see it. Is it Billy Gray?
Oh my God! Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Okay, could you see mine as well, Venchele?
I could, but please take it.
I'm gonna have to give it to Isabella.
Give it to Isabella.
Okay.
For 500.
I've got to use a different browser that's not involved in the broadcast. How unfortunate. Anyway, let's go. Where are we up to?
Robert.
Okay, so Isabella, you're incorrect. You're in control. It's now currently tied. Dangerous Animals for 400 or 500 is all that's left.
I think I have to go big and go Dangerous Animals for 500.
Okay, Dangerous Animals for 500. The venomous spines of this fish can cause intense pain, paralysis, and in extreme cases, death. Venomous spines on a fish.
What is a blowfish?
Venchele?
This venomous spine of this fish can cause
Or
intense
pufferfish.
pain.
Blow and puffer are synonymous.
Yeah, I was going to go with puffer. The puffer fish.
I'm going to give you a clue. This is the last question, I reckon. And it is a type of fish that just sits on the reef or on the rocks.
Oh, a stingray? A stingray?
No.
Is it I think I know.
It's
lionfish?
No, it's camouflage and it just sits there. And if you step on it,
A coral.
No, because it
starts with an S.
Wait, is it not a stingray? No?
I don't know why I'm thinking of porcupine fish, but
A starfish. We're just throwing things out now.
Yeah, but starfish. I don't think starfish cause extreme intense pain. You can pick it up.
Stonefish.
It's a stonefish.
So the scores are tied. Let's leave it there. I think this game deserves to be tied. So well done, Isabella and Venchele. 2,700 each. That was a great game. Okay, so Isabella, you're on the left, so we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing for people as far as podcasting goes.
Absolutely. So I help business owners create and sustain their podcast to market their business. And a side benefit of that is that you will be the most consistent you've ever been on social media, because we pull 4 clips per episode so that you can share it, promote it, and also promote your work at the same time. We take care of everything from scripting all the way to editing so that all you have to do is record. And I'm very excited to be working with new folks in 2024.
Why should people be bothering with podcasting?
It is a really great way to build trust and build a relationship with your target customers in a way that other platforms can't, because you're in their ears in times where they are commuting, in times where they are doing chores at home. You just become a friend to them, and that creates a really high level of trust when they go to make a buying decision. And
people, I think, would often ask, what do I need to have my podcast on, and how do I get it on all of these different platforms? Is it difficult?
It is not. You can start with something free, such as Spotify for podcasters, and you will be automatically available on Spotify. And then you can connect to Apple, again, completely for free. And it's something where if you're just trying to get your feet wet, you can start recording in the app, even with guests, and then grow from there. We help folks really do it at a professional level by recording in studio. But I believe that the more voices we have out there in the podcast industry, especially as business owners, the better we'll be for it, because everyone will have their space to share their impact.
And a lot of people start podcasts and many of them quit them. What is it that people get wrong?
Yeah, so it's actually 37% of podcasts are actually making it past their 10th episode. Everyone else is not. And it's mainly a lack of planning. So doing what you're doing right now takes time out of your day. And if you're not making sure to block that out every single week, multiple times, and giving yourself the appropriate amount of time to plan, it will set you up for failure, because we all have lives. We all have families. The holidays are coming up. And so it's mainly a lack of planning, not a lack of desire or passion.
And what do people, if somebody decides that they want to get a podcast together, do they need to have any idea, or do you sort of take them from having no idea to getting what it's going to be about and all of the logistics of making it happen? Do you know what I mean? Or do they have to have some idea of what they want to do?
They can come in with no idea. Because we mainly focus on business owners marketing their services, we end up focusing on their expertise. We end up focusing on what they are subject matter experts on, and doing it in a really creative way. We don't want you to just sound like an encyclopedia. We want you to sound like someone who can really share knowledge and have fun with an audience. And that can look like by yourself, having a co-host, or even having guests. But we do all of that idea development together.
Interesting. And did you say that you mostly do, the types of physical podcasts in a studio? Is that correct?
Yes, but we do virtual sessions as well, and we will fly out to you, to a studio local to you. I've never been to Australia, but I can make it happen.
You don't want to make that flight. Trust me, it's like 20 hours or something.
If we get enough episodes in, I think it's worth it.
Yeah. All right. Wonderful. And your website, I'll just bring that up on the screen. And what can people expect if they get in touch with you? Do you do a strategy call or something like that?
Yes, you can go to isamediainc.com/call, and that's isamediainc.com and /call. And on this call, we will be able to chat about what ideas you have for your show, start even developing ideas for your show right away. And from there, you'll have a game plan of what scripting, editing, and distribution will look like for your specific business, including timelines and all of those really great things. But it's going to be custom to each person.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask. So is it kind of, is it one of those things where you don't really know the cost until you learn more about what the customer wants? Or do you have any set pricing at all?
Yeah, so it usually starts at around $2,000 a month, because you have all of the scripting, the editing done for you. So we have conversations with you, we dive into your world, and then we create the scripts for you. So usually starting around $2,000, and then depending on if we are flying out to Australia, it'll go up from there.
Wonderful. Okay, well, I'll put the URL in the show notes so people can access that, because just from my personal perspective, I think that you really need to get yourself organized as far as podcasting goes and get that content out there, because once you've got your content created, you can do so much with it, and you're just leaving all breadcrumbs all over the internet leading back to you. And it's almost fail-proof, I think, creating content with a podcast. All right, let's talk to Venchele. Tell us a little bit about what you're up to. And you do a bit of coaching for writers, is that correct?
Absolutely. Yes. So I'm the founder of Pathway Coach Writing. And in my business, I really focus on helping writers hone in on the process of writing, provide content feedback, edit their work, and then most importantly, help them understand and craft their branding. And so there's a lot of cross collaborations with other, companies, other people, because I want, and this is like my personal mantra. I just want to make sure that I treat my clients the way I would want to be treated in a business, and give them as many options as they need, to grow and thrive. And so for me, it's not about, and this is something I always lead with, like, I'm not trying to, I can't promise them the moon and the stars. I can't promise them that they will be New York Times bestseller, right? But I can promise to make sure that they end up with a quality product that they are proud of, because I'm a firm believer, if it doesn't make sense to you as a writer, it's not going to make sense to me as a reader. And so that's what I do. And then also my background is in public health and health policy. So again, for my 9 to 5, I am currently pursuing a doctorate degree in public health leadership, but it's very much tied, with the work that I do at Pathway Coach Writing, because the foundation of any business is really how you communicate to your customers and how you're selling your expertise. And so I get to have the best of both worlds, if you will. So just a little bit about me.
and what type of writers do you work with mostly?
I have participated in various projects. So I mostly, if I had to think about it in terms of demographics and the percentage, most of the people who come to me are looking to write memoirs, or they're looking to write textbooks. And I've had also a sprinkle of people who write dissertations. And so I'm more, again, like, there's not a set number of projects that I've been on. I've just tackled pretty much everything under the sun, because I think that's a way for me to grow as an editor, and as a writer as well. Because I've had some of my clients write books about cars, or these ancient hieroglyph in Egypt. I mean, again, I'm not a subject matter expert on these, but I'm able to gauge what's going to be marketable, while still making sure that they hone in on their truth and they hone in on their voices as they're sharing that story with us.
So if somebody says, look, I want to write a book and I've got this idea, I'm going to speak to Venchele, what is the process and how long does it take?
The process, that's a great question. I think that would lead us into, I would view those types of projects as maybe the person needs an outline. And I think for me, in terms of the process that I take with my clients, is ask them, for a copy of the outline, and try to give them some ideas of what I think they're trying to write about. And then I circle it back with them, for us to schedule a meeting to sort of hash out the ideas a little bit more. And then I just take that time that we have, that 1 hour, asking powerful questions to help them think about the next steps. Whether it be, crafting a plot, defining characters, if you will. So I give them that. And then I also have created my own set of resources. Like, for example, for novels, like, I have an Excel spreadsheet on literally what they need to include for everything, even for the characters, and how, what they need to include in their plot. What are the essential elements? So I have created these resources for my clients. And so after that Zoom call meeting, I will send them the resources, for them to work on, and then, schedule another meeting they'll send it to me for review, and then we can schedule another meeting to discuss any questions they may have.
Do people mostly contact you with an idea, or do some of them have like a written manuscript that they want to turn into a book?
I would say both. I think, but to be fair, I think that in order for me to gauge a client's readiness to start this project, I always ask them to give me something already written, even if it's 3 or 5 pages long. Like, I can work with that, because when it comes to working with anyone who doesn't have an outline, it may take maybe 2 or 3 sessions for us to even get to an outline. But I've had both. It's just that I tend to lean more towards people who have something already written, because it lets me know that they're being intentional in getting this project started.
Yes, you want to make sure that they're actually serious about it. Well, that's very interesting. I recommend people write a book. How difficult is it to write a book, Venchele, would you say? I think it's very difficult.
Let's reframe the challenge. What about book writing that is difficult? Because that's what I always tell myself. If I'm working for someone and I'm always writing emails, like, some people could say, well, it's tedious to write an email. So I think, like, if you can do that on a day-to-day basis, like 365 for someone else, I personally think you can schedule 15 minutes to just write your thoughts down. And it doesn't have to be coherent. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's the first draft. And I think that's always a misconception. The first draft of a book is never going to be perfect. And I just tell my clients, toss that out the window, because this is going to go through several iterations. We might get to chapter 5 and you realize, wait a second, I forgot Jack in chapter 1. I need to add Jack to chapter 1 to make, for people to make sense of, like, my story. So I don't think it's hard. I think that it's a question of people setting realistic expectations. Not because of our busy lives, we're not always going to have an hour allocated to do writing. But you can break it down into small chunks. I think there's this book called Atomic Habits that I've read. And it talks about that, breaking those, like, big projects into small, manageable tasks. And so just 15 minutes a day, if you do it for about a month, Julian, you will have at least like 5,000 words already written for yourself.
Yes, it's interesting you say 15 minutes a day. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what Stephen King has done his whole life, is he just writes 15 minutes a day, and he doesn't, obviously when he hits an idea, then he will spend long periods writing, but his daily discipline is 15 minutes a day. And as long as you do that, you're going to be just coming up with ideas and just get the creation going. And then you get into, like, that flow state where you could just, do something for 10 hours. Just do it, basically. Wonderful.
Just do it. Just do it.
And I'd like to thank Venchele and Isabella for coming on. Fantastic guests, and they absolutely cleaned the Jeopardy board as well. Thank you, Isabella and Venchele. Isabella Sanchez and Venchele Saint-Digue. I'm going to wrap things up.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for listening and watching, everyone. Thanks to the guests. See you next time. Bye.